Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Friday, December the 27th. I hope everybody had a good holiday, and if you didn't, it's done. It's done. Now we have New Year's coming up. It's a different experience than Christmas. At any rate, news to start with, and I'm wearing an Avs jersey because Mackenzie Blackwood has an extension with the Colorado Avalanche. It is a 5-year extension. The cap hit $5.25 million. I think the Avs did well here, considering the asking price that a lot of goaltenders have had lately. And given Blackwood's track record, I think that's a good bet to have, that Blackwood's going to be the starter going forward, and $5.25 million is a very agreeable cap hit. So the Colorado Avalanche, who had their uncertainty with the goaltending, and I think they would have extended Georgiev if Georgiev had been playing up to where they wanted him to. So Blackwood gets that extension. It takes away some of the uncertainty. He's not just going to be a rental, and now he can just go out and play. So now the question becomes, do they maybe give Wedgwood a 1-year extension as well, or what are they going to do there? Keandre Miller is off of the injured reserve list for the New York Rangers, so he is set to play against the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow. The New York Rangers need to get this thing turned around because it's been kind of a disaster since the really good first, 16, 17 games of the season. It's been kind of tough since then. They need to rediscover their game is what they need to do. Simont of the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a lower body injury for him. He is considered to be day-to-day, so might miss a couple of games. We shall see. And then we get back to Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews is not playing tonight. He's not playing tomorrow for Toronto. So is he back to day-to-day? Because the last time it was day-to-day, it was a month. So, yeah, it is interesting with Matthews just how little we find out about what's going on with him. And so he's at least not going to be in the lineup for the next couple. The good news, of course, for Toronto and for their fans is that with Matthews out of the lineup, the team has played pretty well this season. And sadly, they've had to play without Matthews a lot. So we'll see if he misses more than just the next two, but he's not going to be in the lineup tonight against the Wings or tomorrow night either. Eriksson Ek, a lower body injury for him. He is practicing with the team, but he will not play tonight against Dallas, and they're going to be undermanned. They're going to be without Kaprizov. He's dealing with a lower body injury. He did not travel with the team to Dallas. So without Kaprizov, without Eriksson Ek, with the amount of injuries they have, they're in tough against a Dallas team that generally has been very good at home this season. So we'll see how that affects things tonight. But without Kaprizov, that's definitely going to have a negative impact. Ullmark, still dealing with a back problem, won't travel with the Sens on their road trip. But there is a 3-day break in between the first two games and then some remaining games. So we'll see if it's the entire road trip he doesn't play for. Since it's his back, you never know. He might be out for a week. He might be out for the rest of the season. You just never know with goaltenders and with backs. Forsberg's traveling with the team. There's uncertainty on when Anton Forsberg's going to return. I haven't seen any disclosure of whether it's upper body or lower body with him. Everything I've seen has been undisclosed. So Merrilainen and Sogard are going to be the tandem for now, and we'll see how things go. To me, it doesn't feel like Forsberg's going to be out that long, but it's just there's a lot of uncertainty there. For Ottawa, of course, this hot streak that they've been on, Ullmark's been a huge part of the reason they've been so red hot lately, and now it's a matter of finding a way to rally behind Merrilainen and Sogard when they're in the net and keep that momentum going. This is where that litmus test arrives for the Ottawa Senators. Edvinsson is expected to return tonight for the Detroit Red Wings against Toronto. Edvinsson's been out for, I think it's 4 or 5. He's missed some games. Edvinsson's had a good year, so getting him back, that is good news for the Detroit Red Wings, and so we'll see how his play is when he comes back, if he picks up where he left off. Interesting storyline around the Montreal Canadiens. Eric Engels reporting on this on Sportsnet. So Dobes has been called up from Laval. And Dobes is a very good goaltender, 23 years of age. And this is a team that has played Montembeault 10 times in a row. And I think it's negatively impacting Montembeault's play because he's being overplayed. But that does lead one to wonder, so what's going to happen with Caden Primo? They're not going to carry 3 goaltenders. So does Primo get waived? Primo has not had a strong season. I think if he's put on waivers, I would not be surprised to see him get claimed. But we might be at that point where Montreal decides, okay, we'll go with Dobes and see what he can do. And so, yeah, it will be a very interesting time for Montreal. if Dobes ends up getting in there and if Primo does end up being waived. But you can't just keep having Montembeault play every single game, and that's where things have been for Montreal for a while now. So yesterday at the World Juniors, Sweden beat Slovakia 5-2. Canada USA, I should say, beat Germany 10-4. Canada did win; they beat Finland 4-0, and Czechia beat Switzerland 5-1. So today's games, there's one currently going on. Slovakia and Switzerland. So Switzerland's going to need to win that one after losing yesterday. Slovakia lost yesterday too, so that's a desperate game for both. Finland against Germany. Both of them lost yesterday too, so that should be an interesting one. Kazakhstan versus Sweden. Sweden will be heavy favorites in that one, which can sometimes be an issue with the round robin games. Every now and then you'll see those underdogs get a victory or at least keep a game much closer than expected. And then Canada is against Latvia. So World Juniors rolls on today. I did not watch the World Juniors yesterday. I spent the day basically with my wife and decided to take at least a little bit of a break, knowing that starting today, the NHL was going to come back full bore, and here we are. So thank you guys so much for all of your support as always. And as I said, I hope people had a good Christmas. And if you didn't, it's done. That's the important thing, is it's done. It's over for another year. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I've greatly appreciated doing all these videos over 2024. I did see a question yesterday of how many consecutive days has there been a video on this channel. It's years. It's years there's been at least one video posted to the channel in any given day. It has been a very long time. So at any rate, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.